Hello guys and welcome. In this video I will show you my 100k parse with a heavy attack, easy chill and a bit of a cheese build. And yeah, let's jump right into it. We're gonna use the search and set, and of course we're gonna, since it's a heavy set, we're gonna use it on weapon and jewelry and chest because it gives the most resistances. Note that we have a poison enchantment here since we're humping the dummy, and he already provides off balance on cooldown, so we get a bit more with a poison enchantment here of damage. We pair this whole thing with the Stormmaster, all pieces on the body, of course, because it's a medium set and we benefit from this extra crit damage and weapon damage. And especially because on the dummy we only need one light armor piece to hit the pen cap, which is of course Slimecraw. Now, centerpiece of our heavy attack 1 bar build is obviously the Oaken Soul because we don't want to bar swap. For the parts shown in the video, I used Hurricane, the Tomb. Keep in mind that the Atro was placed in a way that all the 3 mines hit, so there's that, and also the 2 pets, of course, and the 3rd pet, the Storm Atro. It all gets pushed by the Daedric Prey. So much for the skills. It's pretty straightforward. The main damage ability will of course be the heavy attack, which we spam non-stop. Keep in mind that you can swap these skills around a bit. For example, if you don't have anyone providing off balance for you, you're gonna use the Wall of Elements, the Blockade of Storm. Ideally paired with a charged glyph here. And yeah, I got quite similar results with that one, but it's a bit less reliable on the dummy. You can also go full meme and just slot the elemental susceptibility because it gives you, well, gives you all the status effects you need if someone else has a storm blockade of, a blockade of storm that they bring with them. Now, if these are too many skills for you, you may always swap out Hurricane for the Bound Aegis. It is a bit less damage, but also less hassle. But also, then again, it's already pretty boring to play this, so I would recommend Hurricane. Another honorable mention, of course, is Inner Beast, since it boosts our damage by 9%. Probably it's going to be 10% at level 4, I'm not sure actually. Yeah, and if you're playing solo, which you might with this build, yeah, keep that in mind. You can also use that. For the champion points, it's yeah, it's a bit whatever. I found not too much of a difference whatever you slot. Of course, you need weapons expert because heavy attacks are your main source of damage. Backstabber is also nice to get the 125 crit cap. Exploiter to get these juicy damage ramp ups when you hit harder against off balance enemies anyway with your heavy attacks, and then there's deadly aim. For the gear, alternatives is of course, if you cannot hit penetration cap, the infallible mage would be the replacement for the Stormmaster's set. The how is it called? The Noble Duelist. I don't know why, although it looks better on paper, but I didn't have good results with this, so I would just not use it. Never. Now, of course, this build doesn't have an extremely high damage ceiling, with 100k really pushing it and waiting for a bit of crit luck. But keep in mind that because Surgeon's Mail is a heavy armor set and has shitty traits, you have a shit ton of health and resistances. I'm sitting at 28k health and 20k resistances. So that's pretty nice if you learn new mechanics or are a bad player or just like to have fun with your pals drunk in a dungeon. Speaking of dungeons, it's also noteworthy that with the Oaken Soul Ring you get a lot of buffs that you already have on the trial dummy. So this build especially shines in 4-man content, and because it utilizes off balance, it's also beneficial if you have several targets. Because, yeah, you just attack, heavy attack whoever is off balance for a nice damage boost. This 33k, so around 1/3 of the total damage is AoE, which means in AoE heavy fights or if you need cleave damage, you have some cleave damage, like quite a bit of it. And yeah, that's about it. Enjoy the parse. It's pretty boring, so you don't have to watch through everything. Nothing new is gonna come after this. If you have any suggestions or helps, especially with champion points, I did quite a few testing, but I don't think it matters too much with this build. Anyway, if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. Please don't subscribe. This will be the only video I will put out, and have a nice day. Thank you for watching.